Hi, thanks for having me.
Welcome. I'm really excited to actually get to talk to you. For those
Yeah.
who don't know, Elizabeth has been interacting in our Discord, and we've gotten to know you a little bit, which is nice.
Yeah.
And so, getting to actually interact with you here
Yeah, it's
and
great.
meet your
Yeah.
books is a
Yeah,
really
it's
nice
great.
experience.
Yeah,
Um, tell us a little bit about what kind of books you write. I mean,
yeah.
you're at Imaginarium,
Right,
so
yeah. So I've got a
clearly you write something in fantasy, at least a little
right.
bit.
Yeah. So I write urban fantasy. Her series is my main series is the More Than Magic series. It's 9 books.
Oh my
I have 3
goodness.
with me today. They're the first, the original trilogy, and then the next 6 they're all a little bit shorter, and they take place 5 years later. And it follows Jen. She in the first book she goes on a cruise and she sees someone fall overboard, and then some stuff transpires and she kind of discovers a whole secret world of magic, within our own world. So it's urban fantasy, and the series kind of follows her and some of the friends that she makes along the way, and her adventures or maybe misadventures in the magical world.
So, how long have you been writing? That's a lot of books.
It is a lot of books. The first one was published in 2011,
I
and they
heard,
kind of trickled along after that.
I
Uh
heard
oh.
that you were a Utopia Connor.
I was. I went to the very first one.
I was a Utopia Connor. I went
Oh
to
my
Utopia Connor.
gosh. That's so
Yeah,
fun. Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah, I went to the very first one. I had this one with me, and it was the very first time I had a print book, and my publisher didn't realize how long it necessarily was. So it was about this thick, and it was just this giant paperweight of a book with a terrible cover that I made myself.
Oh my
And that was the
goodness.
only thing I had with me. The very
And
first.
look at you
And
now.
here I am now with
This is
with the same
incredible.
book.
But a great cover.
Yeah, but a great cover. Yeah.
For
So got
listen, if I have learned nothing in being in this space, a cover means everything.
yeah,
And
definitely.
anybody who thinks otherwise, we get a lot of suspicions from people who are like,
Right?
"It's my book. It's great."
Yeah.
know?
No, your cover.
And you have 3 seconds.
Yep. That's
To
what
get
you
people.
see. Yeah. You do judge a book by its cover.
You do judge it. We're not supposed to, but we
Yeah, but we
definitely
do.
Yeah. So, how did you end up at Imaginarium?
I actually met Nadege at Utopia Con years and years ago
When
at
she was
one
like
of
a
those
little
when
girl.
she was like 17 or
Yeah.
18, like it was a while ago, and we just kind of stayed in touch over the years. And I'm local to the DC area, and then when I found out she was doing this, I was like, absolutely, I'm going to go to a local convention that someone I know is putting together.
And it's beautiful.
And it's beautiful. Yeah, it's so well done. I
Yeah,
absolutely love
it's
it.
really lovely.
Definitely coming back next year.
So, tell me how you came up with the idea.
So I actually came up with the most of the characters who are in it. I came up with and tried to shoehorn them into various plots, and kind of without spoilers, the whole deal is that Jennifer sees something and discovers that magic is real.
Okay.
And the first few times I wrote it, I kind of got to that point, and then I was like, well, I don't know what happens now that she knows about magic, and I would put it aside and then be like, well, let me change the setting and put them somewhere else. So I did that, and it just never stuck. And then in college, I actually went on semester at sea, which is a study abroad program on a ship. So I spent 3 months at sea.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It is amazing. It's a great thing. Everyone should do it. So I spent the summer in Latin America taking college classes on a ship and going into the countries and seeing the sights. Right? Yeah. So it was on Road Rules, I think, like that old MTV. There's no MTV anymore, but it was on MTV once. Yeah, and then a couple months after I got home, I was like, what if I took those characters that I can't get out of my head, and I just put them on the same cruise that I went on, and just kind of go from there. And it just started writing itself. And I was like, well, obviously someone's gonna fall off the ship, and now she's gonna learn about magic. Like that's how that's gonna happen. And then I was like, well, now they're on a ship, so the next logical thing to do is to put a hungry vampire on the ship with them, and then I've got a whole plot. And
wow.
And it just kept going from there. And then I came up with the plot for the next book, and it just.
So is there a book boyfriend?
There are a few. Yeah, there's a book boyfriend. Okay.
I'm just
There's a
asking
book
because there's a
boyfriend.
dude on the cover.
There's a dude on the cover, so there is a
So-
book boyfriend. Although it is low romance and more like a slow burn because they don't get together in this book. So
That's okay.
if you're looking for like the paranormal romance, this is just urban fantasy. But there is a romance.
That's okay. I just
yep.
asked. I didn't know if he was
There
like
is
her.
there is
if it was
another.
like a
Yeah,
Candy and
no,
Lacey
no,
sort of
he's
situation, or-
he's book boyfriend. There is another person that a lot of people consider their own book boyfriend,
Oh,
but he's
yeah.
taken within the series. But
Oh no.
he got his own spin-off book because everyone loves him so much.
Well, that's
So
good.
yeah, so yeah.
So what's next?
Next, I'm currently writing 2 serials based on this series
Okay,
as
like
well.
Velas,
Like
or-
Velas, yeah, they're both on Vela, and they're also both available early on my Patreon and my Ream subscription communities. So people who
Wow.
subscribe to those get those early. One of them is the prequel to this. It's actually this guy. I can't say how long ago it was because that would be a spoiler, but it's the prequel before he meets any of the other people in this book, and it's a found family kind of trope is in there, so it's a very character-driven series. So it's like him and some of the other characters back when they're young and stupid and inexperienced and learning about their own world. And then the other one is actually this book. This is a first-person book told from Jen's point of view. The other serial I'm doing is a retelling of this, and members of Patreon Ream and readers on Vela vote for whoever the next chapter is being told by.
Oh, that's
So at the end of the chapter, they get to
fun.
vote, and I redo it, and it's just kind of a fun.
That is amazing. God,
So
I
yeah,
love
so
that.
that's current what's happening with that series. And then I do have like a cozy fantasy series tumbling around, so
Wow.
I'm sure that'll come out eventually
So,
as well.
what do you read?
I read a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Definitely I read urban fantasy, cozy mystery, cozy fantasy. Yeah, I read a little bit of everything.
So, what did you most recently read?
What did I most recently? Children's books. I'm just reading kids' books to my kids. Most recently, the most recent one that stuck with me was Legends and Lattes, and that's what inspired me to look more into the cozy fantasy genre.
Okay. How old are your kids?
They are 7, 5, and 1.
You're busy.
I'm very busy.
My goodness, that's
Yep.
that's a.
It's
and you have time to write?
No, not at all.
With a 1-year-old?
Right? Yeah. It's a wonder that I find time at all.
Do they know you're an author?
They do. Yeah, they know.
Do they get what that means?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, my oldest was actually like they're doing a unit in school right now where they have an author that the class is all reading and learning about. So he gets it a little bit, and he used to listen while I was dictating my books.
Nice.
And he would periodically contribute and have like all kinds of ideas about poop and how that needs to be a main feature here in the scene. But
I can see how that would.
yeah, but I do have one later in this series where there's an island that sinks, and that's his favorite one. He says he loves the one where the island sinks.
Oh, that's so awesome.
It's cute, yeah.
So you're from the DC area?
I am from the DC area.
So, what indie bookstore must people visit when they're here?
Gosh, Scrawl Books in Reston. I have to promote because that's my hometown. So Scrawl Books, that's the one. Oh gosh, I can't think of the name of it now. There's one right in DC, and they were just having some financial trouble, and they had a bunch of people all came out. They did like a Kickstarter, and I think they're doing really well now. And I can't for the life of me think of their name now. I think it's like Once Upon a Page or something like that. But yeah, I'll have to look them up and add it to your post. I'll tell you who they are. Yeah, so everyone go visit.
Where can people find your books?
They're everywhere. My books are everywhere. They are wide, so you can get them Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Nook, Kobo, Smashwords. They're all over the place. This one is free as an ebook, so you can get it, download it pretty much anywhere. It's also available for free on Ream. It's a subscription site, and my subscribers get all of my other ebooks as well. Signing up for that. Yeah, they're in all those different. That's
You're really wowing me.
Well, good. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Enthusiastic.
Great. But yeah, so yeah, you can find, and I think I'm the only Elizabeth Kirke with an E. So like, if you type me into Amazon, like that's where, or wherever I pop up. So.
People spell it with an I or an A?
Oh, they do Kirk, and then they don't have the E. I have the so I get Kirk.
I was going on the other end.
Right? Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I was like,
I do not spell Elizabeth. Yeah, no, I do use an E.
I
Yeah,
mean,
no, where is it? The E on the end is. So I get Kirky a lot, but it's a silent E.
I would never even have thought to do that. That you like that one to me just
right.
Like I was actually just having a conversation about this. So do you have any unusual names in your books? I have a reason for asking.
Yes, I do. I've got a few.
So I was having a conversation about audiobooks and how audiobooks, like you would hope the author listens to their own audiobook.
Yeah.
I gauge my pronunciation
by the audio. Yeah.
By the audiobook. That said, half the time I don't know how to spell the name.
Right.
Because I listen to the audiobook.
Yeah.
And they always have these really crazy spellings.
Yeah.
But I was listening to an audiobook where the narration definitely did not have what I would think the author wanted. Because it's so important.
Right. Yeah. Oh no, I listen to my audiobooks. I sit there and I listen and I make sure, and they probably hate me because I send back a whole list. I'm like, you said this wrong, and you said this wrong, and you forgot the accent you were using, and you said it in the other character's voice, so you need to go back.
That happens a lot too.
So yeah. I'm pretty. I will admit there's a few that I've kind of let slide because I'm like, I've already corrected like 50 things, and like I'm gonna feel bad if I keep going, so I'll just like let them have that. Let them have that one slip.
Some that are not like as long as it doesn't take you out of the story. But like,
yeah, and I mean
some of the things where you're like,
right, yeah, no. So I don't think I have any that I'm like
so bad.
Very minor, like probably nobody noticed but me kind of stuff. So,
but at least you noticed.
But I noticed, yeah. So,
who is your favorite author that is not you?
It's not me. Indie or traditionally published?
Both.
Both.
You can give me both.
I can give you both. My favorite author is. I go back. I have a lot of favorite authors, but
that's what I'm asking.
I know question. It is such a hard question.
It's the hardest question to ask, especially an author.
Kind of want to say Mercedes Lackey, maybe,
okay.
Just because hers were the books that I started reading as a teenager, and I've always been like a bookworm and stuff, but like. Those are just the ones that like kind of stayed with me more. And I feel like maybe that's the first time I was old enough to actually go to the bookstore and be like, this is the specific book that I want, and I'm buying it and like reading it at home. And
she had,
and they kind of, I feel like maybe that's kind of, I've always wanted to be an author, but I feel like reading her books somehow is just more of a like, yes, this is what I want to do. And I think that's around the same age when I started really writing too, when I first read her books. Like so I'll say Mercedes Lackey.
That's it. I mean, that's a solid choice. And do you have a book tribe?
I do, yeah. I've got
who's your book bestie?
My book bestie is Stacey Rourke.
Really?
It
is such a. I love Stacey.
Oh, I'm so glad. I love her too. I'm going this year for the first time. And the last time. Yeah, I'm so excited. I've been wanting to go.
Oh my god,
forever.
That's so
yeah. She was my original publisher. And I eventually actually co-owned her publishing company with her for a little while. So yeah, she's absolutely my book
funny.
bestie.
So we like
because that's so that's amazing. Yeah. And I was down at Utopia with her. Yeah.
That's so because we had the same dress.
Oh,
that is
how funny, yeah.
The one that she has, the houndstooth one that she has for her author picture.
Yeah.
I had that dress.
Oh, how funny, yeah.
So
it's funny because I actually went to Utopia with a blogger, and we ended up wearing the same dress. And like we were roommates, and we like got up one morning, we were like, "You're wearing this." We have the same dress on.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. Because Stacey, we love you.
We do love you. I love you. Yeah.
She's so sweet.
I love her too. Yeah.
I just have to tag her in it because now.
Yeah. Now you have to tag.
We had a whole conversation.
Yeah, we had a whole. Yeah. I just gave her and her girls a tour of Mount Vernon when she was here for a Polycon a couple weeks ago. We just hung out. It was great.
Yeah, and this
love her.
We skipped a Polycon this year because of last year, but I'm not going to go into that.
Yeah. No, we're at Imanginarium. We're
happy.
Yeah. So.
We're at Imanginarium.
Yeah.
That was yesterday. We're today.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What a small world. Love it. I love it.
She's such a great person.
Yeah, she's really fantastic.
And
she's
tiny.
Fantastic. Yeah. And you're right, we were like the same height. It's great.
People.
It's awesome, yeah. I was gonna list her as my favorite indie author, so we're perfect.
See?
So we got it right there, yeah.
So
that's great.
Tell people where they can find you. Like give them the because you're not just your name.
I'm not just my name. No, I am all over the place. I'm on I try to be everywhere. I'm on Facebook. I'm not great on TikTok, but I'm there. I'm on, so I'm on Facebook. You can look for facebook.com/morethanmagic is my page. I also have a group, and I think I just changed it. It's like facebook.com/ I think it's Elizabeth Kirke or Elizabeth Kirke Author, something like that.
They can find you.
But you can find it. And I'm Elizabeth Kirke Author on Instagram. I'm Elizabeth Kirke Author on TikTok. I'm ElizabethKirkebooks.com. So I've got a whole website. You can go there. That has all the links and everything as well. Where else am I?
You get around.
I'm on Ream and Patreon, which are both the subscription sites. So you can search for my name on there.
So if they go to your site, can they find all your links?
Yes. Yeah. If they go to ElizabethKirkebooks.com.
So that's the way to go.
They'll all come up. Yeah.
All
And
right.
most of my ebooks, like if you get my ebook, especially this one because it's free, all my links are in the back of it. Everything's there.
Well,
in the back matter.
This has been really nice.
This has been great. Yeah, thank you. It was great.
You will be here again tomorrow.
I will be here tomorrow.
But if we don't see you, we hope to see you somewhere else.
Yeah,
down the
absolutely. Yeah.
But
keep in touch.
Come join our Discord because
I'm in your Discord. I'll hang out. I won't leave. It.
Good. Don't leave. If you leave, then I will have lied.
Right.
We'll come and you
right. Yeah. No. Well, I just said too. I'm on your Discord, so I've got to stay there. So people.
Now.
I also have my own Discord channel, so I'll definitely be there. Yeah. I have. It's a book club actually. We read my books a couple chapters at a time, and we all gab about it, and then move on to the next one. And
nice.
Super fun. So.
All right.
All right.
You can say
great. Okay. Bye. Thank you.